Welcome everyone once again to What's On at Fintech Talents. As you can see, we have a new background. Series 116 FTT newsletter. There we go. Woo, woo. This is from our wonderful new marketing manager, Vicki Gadsden, who made this for me because I asked her. Isn't she lovely? But anyway, enough about our graphics. It's now time, as you all know, for me to share my screen for you to find out what's on at Fintech Talents this week. Here we go. It's happening. And here we go. Here's our screen. Here's our content page here at Fintech Talents. So I'm going to not go in order, but I'm going to start off with what does the future hold for Fintech in North America? As you know from other What's Ons, we have a big event coming up on September 9th, which is Fintech Talents Virtual North America. And our good friends, Theo Lau and Bradley Lemire, wrote a piece looking at the way Fintech is evolving and changing and being discussed in the North America region. And you can see this awesome kind of drawing, which goes through a lot of the themes and sessions and content and agenda that you'll hear and listen to and engage with on September 9th. As you know, all of our virtual events are interactive, are live, are engaging. You can enjoy this conference any way you like. If you're shy, you can sit back and watch. If you're half shy, you can ask questions in live chat. And if you're bold and confident, you can come in and join us in some of our sessions. But really, it's not a webinar and it's definitely not boring. So I'd read through this post, what does the future hold for Fintech in North America, and then register to attend, which will be awesome. The next, we are staying with North America, and we are looking at a topic that is unfortunately always on the table, and that is looking at diversity and inclusion. And I think people have been talking about this for a very long time, having diverse company teams, leadership, especially leadership, senior leadership, is not a nice to have. It's not a good thing to do. It's for your company's actual survival. Companies with diverse employee base and especially senior leadership are more sustainable. And when we're talking about diversity, it's more than gender. It's gender, it's age, it's race, it's socioeconomic background, and it's even ability. And a lot of people have certain restrictions in their ability that can't be seen. So we need to look, so many people talk about the talent gap when looking for great staff, and by, taking some time to think about diversity and inclusion, you actually increase your choices of really high quality people to bring into your company. And that's really why diversity and inclusion is about survival. And that was written by, let's get to the bottom, Trisha DaCosta, who is from our PR company in North America. And again, this is promoting Fintech Talents Virtual North America. So let's go back to content. And here we go. When will banks stop worrying and learn to love open source? So we held a virtual focus roundtable last week looking at security and open source. And I sort of asked the cheeky question, when will banks stop worrying and learn to love open source? And kind of the answer from our panel, we had a panel from Danske Bank, Royal Bank of Canada, GitHub. Banks have stopped worrying and learned to love open source, but there are a lot of tools and frameworks and strategies to make people feel really confident because we all know that most innovative, progressive products these days are open source is how software development happens, and financial services should not lose that advantage. So read through this. It was a Chatham House Rule roundtable, so can't quote anybody, but it's give a good idea, and we will be having more virtual focus roundtables coming up soon. It's all about the virtual. It's all about the engagement. It's all about meeting your peers. Now, we're going to go into finding your heart, and this is going to lead me into the next piece. So I'm cluing it up. This is from our good friend Paul Loberman, who is part of our FinTech talent community. Fintech is is about innovation, it's about technology, it's about business models, but it's really about people. And this is really kind of the post that he has written today about having heart and humanity in your products, in your company. And that leads to, corporate governance and having a happy workforce and more productivity and more money, and everyone loves capitalism. But yeah, this is very much about what FinTech Talents is. Talking with our community, giving them a voice, having debate and discussion. And this is really heartfelt, and I highly recommend that you read through Paul Overman's piece, Finding Your Heart, and which leads us to the final piece of content this week. 5 pieces, aren't we awesome? So I don't know if some of you noticed, but on Twitter, on LinkedIn, over the past few weeks, I've been posting these FinTech is little images. And it was really kind of, we are at a very strange point in everyone's lives, 2020. Events that we used to go to all the time are not happening or have gone online with various degrees of success. And business models are changing. Companies we once thought were incredibly stable are struggling. This is the year of not only the Great Reset, but really not looking to the past, but looking at what's going on right now and how we can all survive. And I think as much as we can all wish the world is what it was a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, the future is really looking at what FinTech is today. And that's why we did this kind of quiet, subtle campaign, which will continue if our community members come with more what they think FinTech is. But this is kind of an explanation of what the FinTech is campaign was. It was a quiet, subtle campaign. We started on Twitter and not Facebook, LinkedIn a few weeks ago. Just an image, an idea, and a hashtag, FinTech is. We need to look forward in this industry, not back, and FinTech is our community. So there we go. That's what's on at FinTech Talents this week. And as always, stay safe, everyone.